CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Skins for CSGO. Boys, skins for CSGO. Skins for CSGO. Cheap and expensive. Exchange skins, boys. We have cheap, we have expensive. Come here, boys. Skins for CSGO. Skins for CSGO. Skins for CSGO.
Do not risk. Exchange in 3 clicks. Fast, profitable, safely.
Hello and welcome back to the Starladder I-League Invitational. We are into our second map of the semi-final. It's going to be Overpass, Renegades, HellRaisers. So you predicted Renegades, although you actually thought HellRaisers.
Either way, I'm right.
But
it's good.
Where do you see this map going now? After witnessing the first map, I'm not asking you about your overall prediction.
It's tricky, right? Because I originally thought HellRaisers all day long. But then, like, after actually kind of speaking to Renegades a bit, and they're not that worried about playing this map, you know, it's one they feel comfortable on. And then on top of that, you know, it was a very, very close game just then, and that can do a lot to your mentality, right? So,
well, especially after being in the lead by such a margin.
So now I'm gonna say I think Renegades could take this.
2-0. So you've gone from not even being sure if they'll win to now a convincing victory 2-0.
What can I say? I am spineless. So here we go, heading into Overpass. I'm a man of no convictions.
It could be worse. You could just be on the fence.
Criminal or like just belief-wise. So here we go. HellRaisers on the T side, already stacked up outside of the B-bomb site. In they go. Zero opens up with a swift headshot. Ustillo doubles down, wants even more, but it's Issa to find the frag. Azza and Nifty left alive, 2 versus 5. And Azza pushing on in. Player close to his left in the form of Zero. You can hear both these players retaking from the same angle. They know exactly where they are. Have to quickly try and get the situation back under control. And while Nifty does get one, that will be it for him. Ooh, okay, make it 2. Nifty keeps going in, gonna make it 3 now, and Nifty, he has done damage. Keeps pushing in, time very, very low. We're going to get the round, but he's done a boatload of damage to HellRaisers there. Fantastic stuff from him to find 3. Shame that there was no one else left to ride that wave with him.
Yeah, it's not bad for him, especially out of all the players that could have got all of those extra kills. It's obviously $300 a kill. That means he can pretty much invest a little bit into some extra purchases going into this round. and still have enough for an AWP. Actually going to save all of that extra cash except for one flashbang. In fact, most of the team are going to save all their money. That's quite interesting from Renegades, clearly feeling that the extra utility going into their first buy round will be much more beneficial than anything else that they could buy in this one. They will still have Azza and Naf, but even they haven't bought Kevlar, so it really isn't much of a buy at all. Issa, is he going to be overwhelmed? Doesn't look like it, just mowing down these remaining players. Naf will at least be able to get Fates with a fadeaway shot. He still has support from Nifty. Now pushing towards long, may try and retrieve the other Deagle. Never mind, it's going to be picked up instead. Push going to be coming back in. Nifty still just trying to hide behind the tree. Will actually hit a double ding, can take down Angel as well, so making things a bit more costly. However, it is still going to be the 3 rifles kept in play for HellRaisers, and still not too much that can be done in this round from Renegades.
And yeah, I mean, not deciding to buy in that second round, showing that on overpass, utility is fairly pivotal, right? It's a map where I think that it can really make or break your CT side, whether or not you get a decent buy, especially into this 4th round. Right now, just going to be the push in towards middle. It should just be a bit of a slaughter going on. Just JKS and Nifty left. Not expecting too much from them. HellRaisers keen to keep 5 alive once. I was going to say once again, but they lost 2 in the previous round. Just starting to build up some cash here. They haven't had to use any utility, and they shouldn't really have to throw anything out here. Can opt to play things very safely, but it is only Nifty left the USP. They know that nothing was invested, and then Nifty found didn't have to use any utility there, bar the nades that were thrown out early on. I think it was 2 frag grenades. So rebuying going to cost them about $400 on Issa and Zero. Other than that, money's looking great over on the T side. Renegades, they've bought down very good buy for a 4th round buy. That's the one advantage of doing what they did in the second round. The AWP up for Nifty as well. No head armor though means that Khalil is deadly to Azza, Naf, and Nifty.
Yeah, I actually am really happy to see a team doing this, just making sure that your buy round is where you have the majority of that extra cash and not just risking it all with the pistols. A lot of teams do it. A lot of teams also win those rounds, but it is nice to see something a little bit different. Of course, HellRaisers still managing to make a fair bit of cash, but there is the aggression from Nifty, already able to find that first pick onto Angel. The AWP has now been spotted, and already the initial aggression that we've seen from the CT side is just going to fall back. They're going to hold on to that man advantage and fall into a more static, more standard CT side.
Can I actually have Nifty and Ustillo starting to take some aggression out here through a Monster. Ustillo can just sit pretty locked down the angle. There are players there. Peeks into it. Down goes one. That's the bomb dropped. Zero tries to trade, but he comes up short. And Renegades already starting the rotation of these players over here towards B. Ustillo in with a 3rd, make it 4. As he stands firm. A wall that HellRaisers could just not get past. He locks down B. The bomb never even sets foot inside the site, and that will be Renegades on to their 1st round. They pick up the rifle round here. The buy can come in for HellRaisers. The reset is looming over them. All up for Fade's utility across the board, looking good, bar him. And this time it's Nifty aggression in through long, being very dynamic on this AWP, changing up position. Gonna try and kickstart this round for Renegades with the aggression.
Different angle from the previous round already, managing to capitalize, repositions as he tries to fall back and takes the 2nd shot on Issa as well. Great start to the round from Nifty, already looking confident on that AWP. Now leaves just 3 players remaining for HellRaisers with only 40 seconds gone on the clock. Definitely not the start they were looking for. And once again, we see the same. Just Renegades falling back towards the sites, regrouping, regathering themselves after finding those initial picks. And it's quite refreshing to see, actually, that they are so in sync. Just the second they fall back, there's nobody, no one player lurking around, no one player waiting. It's just as a team, they reposition. And as we saw in the previous round, they can now re-aggress if they want to. However, it's actually the T's who are going to be making their move. Zero probing towards this B site. Both players actually further towards Monster than maybe expected. Nobody in the water down below. Fates is still holding with the AWP onto that Monster position, but with how passive they are, and now the rotation coming in, it's going to be very difficult. Angel and Fates, though, quickly managed to pick up 2. However, Naf going to be the anchor on the site, still only getting 1 into a 2 versus 2.
Bomb has to go down. Times of the essence. They're going to go ahead and go for it. Nifty hops over the top, tries to spot it out. It's Azza who can make such a big difference. 1 versus 1. Has to go blow for blow with Zero, and he'll win it out. Defuse comes in. I think he's fine to get the defuse and then get the AWP.
I don't know. It's a bit far away. I'm not sure I'll make it in time. Much closer round, though, from HellRaisers, and they are on the brink of a buy, and I think they may be more tempted to go for it here just because of how much damage they've done. They're actually going to opt to just buy in with some pistols instead. The only more interesting prospect, though, is that they will only have a 2,400 loss bonus, so they do still have to be a little bit careful, otherwise they're just going to get a somewhat similar buy to what we would have seen in this round anyway. The only difference will be that Fates is probably going to have a little bit more in terms of weaponry. We'll have to see how much damage they actually manage to do in this round with the CZs. Every single player with 1, and well, DevFox is already going to be dunked out of the round. It will be a quick trade, though. Nifty still playing around the smoke and doing work with the AWP.
Starts his early retreat. Naf and Nifty between them. Lock down toilets, which nets Renegades a 3rd round. Gonna go 3-3. Money here allows HellRaisers to buy on up. Can get the AWP in play. Run over to Fates. Issa relegated down to the Galil, which I'm not sure would be the first move I would do.
Well, it's a sort of a toss-up, isn't it? It's, do you give your best player the rifle, or just assume because he's your best player he can play with the Galil? I think that's the difference. Azza peeking over the smoke. Got to be careful because Fates is on the other side. They pretty much had this save round just so they could make sure that they could have the AWP in play and a little bit of extra utility on a couple of other players. Yet to really have the impact, and it's definitely been the AWP on the other side that has been causing havoc. Nifty doing work. Aggression has come out on the other side from Ustilo as well. Once again, pushing all the way through Monster. This is such a good position for him to hold in, because it means if they do rotate around towards B, he hears all of the footsteps, and also is just in a position that's very unlikely to be checked. It also gives a bit more of a rotation possibility for the rest of the team. We see Naf rotating now over towards the A site, which is where the majority of the players are for HellRaisers, already taking over long control, and it's more short / Banana that's going to be the push coming in from the CT side, taking a little bit of control of their own. 45 seconds left on the clock, and there's a lot of spots that the T's are going to have to check.
As peeks into it, Angel's primed and ready. Nifty now finds himself stuck between a rock and a hard place, but time is of the essence. They go pushing in. Nifty misses the first shot, very uncharacteristic. It all falls to Naf to be the linchpin. Does take the first. DevFox in with the return, and you still own JKS. 2v4, bomb will go down. Ustilo finds 1, and that there kick starts this retake. We're at the 2-on-4. Might have just seen them elect to save, but now they're going to try and go for this one. Ustilo goes down at long. JKS falls to Angel, and HellRaisers straight back in with a 4th. Will be a buy to come back in from Renegades. There you go, Issa and Nifty, the 2 players that are top of their teams right now.
So far, a lot of Issa strikes, it does have to come down to more of the sort of anti-eco round, so waiting to see him have those sort of bigger plays in the rifle rounds. It was Zero and Angel, again, the players to mention in that round. At least a Nifty with the aggression. Issa is not going to play any part in this round as he has already been removed by the glass cannon AWPer. Azza still on a pistol. There is a weapon to be found. Unfortunately, the place where it has been dropped is somewhat horrific, and I wouldn't really suggest going to get it.
Right now, HellRaisers slowly but surely given the rotation in towards B. Figured I'd let the Chinese casters take some of that round. Now, Zero and the rest of the gang starting to push down in towards Monster. Smoke does rain in to keep them away. Time whittles down. You still hope he doesn't see Smokes, apparently, as Dead Fox gets bodied without ever seeing anyone from the CT side. Already rotating Naf on around. The push about to come on in. That flash is not effective, but Zero's bullets are. As Ustilo hits the deck, the rest of the team start to push on in, but look at this. Circling round from behind, going to be JKS. And he can make a bit of a difference here. It's actually JKS on barrels to find two. Nifty in with the AWP. Going to drop Angel. Renegades straight back into this with a 4th round to their name. The reset as well going to come on in, so a chance now for them to pull ahead and find a 5th.
Do have a pause called. HellRaisers only managing to pick up 1 buy round so far, so you exclude the pistol win, and it has been Renegades to be more than dominant so far, and that reset round is going to be painful for HellRaisers. I'm interested to see if this is a tactical pause coming out from them, or if there is something else. I can't see anything in terms of tech, so I imagine, yeah, it is just a tactical pause. That's a great thing about being in the arena. You can actually just turn around and have a look instead of
like
having...
other admins panicking.
Yeah,
Yes,
like,
well, that is a tactical.
Oh, is the coach talking? Oh, he is. It's probably a tactical pause then.
Either that or they're disqualified.
Either way, though, we are going back into this one. Full investment for HellRaisers. I think a little bit of money was saved on maybe a player or two, but it isn't a good buy. It isn't a pretty buy. In fact, it's just going to be a straight push towards, straight through the Molotov. Nifty going to be waiting here. Ustilo misses the shots, and actually Nifty's going to go down as well. Naf will be able to pick up 1, and JKS is left on the site. Naf's positioning is actually pretty good. Obviously going aggressive over towards that short spot early on. Sprays down, does a lot of damage. Now in terms of utility, this is where the CT side have a big advantage in this round. They still have the incendiaries to play with, and Naf is going to go pushing.
Up through short, fully flashed. Does even more damage. Finally going to finish off Fates, and now Dead Fox goes down. Angel left 1v1. Playing it around the pillar. JKS starts to push in, finds the frag, and Defuse will go in just in the nick of time. Renegade's going to be on to a 5th round. The bomb plant is the enabler of this HellRaisers economy. They can stick a little bit of investment into this round now. Deagle up for Angel. Probably going to see the same thing for Zero and Fates. Dead Fox be the man to save for the AWP.
Loss bonus not built up too much yet, so they're not going to overly invest. Want to make sure they have all the utility available for them. But again, this is looking like a continuation of the strong CT sides for Renegades. Naf already going to start things off. Further aggression into that connector position, and manages to find the man on short. In fact, going to go pushing a little bit further aggressive. Back towards, oh, just misses the timing. Not going to spot anything out just yet. It does look like the T's are going to try and get themselves onto that A site. A bomb plant would be a nice little bonus, although it isn't going to be the be-all and end-all of this buy. And Naf is just farming up cash at the moment. $600 per kill. Issa with a nice shot onto Azza at least. Going to make things a little bit more costly. Try and keep the Renegades honest at least, but Naf is just going absolutely ham. So is Issa though, still taking a couple of players, but it's the ace for Naf. Only 2 players really in that round. Issa with 3, Naf just slightly better with 5. But it's still unarmored players, so it's nice. it's a great amount of money, 3K into his bank account. And it will boost the fact that they did end up losing 3 players.
Yeah, the AWP going to be on Nifty. There is one to counteract on Fates, dropped over from Dead Fox. Feels weird seeing Dead Fox be the one to throw that over to Fates, but that's been the trend within HR.
Well, especially considering I don't think Fates has been doing too much with it so
No,
far.
yeah, exactly. That's been my one issue. Maybe we'll see a bit of a change, but he has had times where he's been able to step up with it in other matchups. But Nifty, already tagged low, 20 HP on him. HR slowing right down. Aren't too keen on the idea of running into the waiting arms of Renegades just yet. Want to wait and see if any aggression comes out. Renegades have been keen to show their hand early on. Go in with some aggression. This time it's Nifty over at short, boosted up. He's normally the man to try and do it. Doesn't transpire to anything, though. He's going to go ahead and leave B. He drives the rest of the team up on the A-bomb site. Time ticking away. HellRaisers pressed to make a decision. They haven't been able to find anything, so they will just be picking a site, rolling the dice. Heading in blind. It looks like it's going to be A. As Angel tries to take control of toilets. As it does lurk inside along with Naf.
Coming in, Angel doing a little bit, but the time really is starting to get the better of them now, and the aggression from Azza, he will be able to spray down 2, leaving only 2 remaining. Issa will at least keep the hopes alive as they do manage to get the bomb down. There's a couple of low players. Nifty running through, finds the first, but Dev Fox is there to trade. Still has 79 HP, 2 players left to find spots Ustillo, but unfortunately the same could be said in return. It will be another round on the board for this CT side. AWP mostly lined up against the wall, but they're going to find a different one instead. Bomb plant is going to help out HellRaisers. The problem is they are starting to get into a streak on that CT side. A lot of costly rounds, a lot of players being dropped, so the money isn't ludicrous by any stretch. The problem is if they keep stringing these rounds together, HellRaisers, you have to remember this is their map pick. This is the one they need to take. Otherwise they will be heading not into the final, but into the sort of 3rd and 4th losers match.
Which, you know, no one really wants to be in.
I wouldn't mind playing. I reckon you'd be happy to play as well.
You know me. I'm game for some Counter-Strike. But here we go. Aggression out through mid from HellRaisers. Just go charging on in. Nifty forced back. Does tag Dead Fox. Legs him low. Angel going to drop out AZR, but Azza, sorry, burning in the fire and flames. Going to be Angel in return. Nifty takes the duel close. Naf has rotated in. They lose both the AWPs in the blink of an eye. Now it's a 3 versus 2. A man advantage for HellRaisers, but Dead Fox and Zero within inches of death.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That's an AJKS resident basketball player. 2 versus 2. Bomb plant yet to come in. And Ustillo flanking up through long. This is where the difference could be made. They have no idea that he resides here, and JKS keeping their attention fixated towards bank. Dead Fox forced to make a decision. Gonna peek on in. JKS takes him down, and now it all falls on a Fate. Lands the first. This is where he has to prove his worth with the AWP. 1v1, spots the shadow at long, lands the leg shot, but that is it. Ustillo clutches it out, Tom. And that's an 8-4 scoreline secured.
This man has been an absolute anchor in any of their retakes. Like, you look at the scoreboard, you'd be thinking, okay, Nifty, Naf, they're the ones leading the charge. I think without Ustillo here, they'd be nowhere near as dominant in the scoreline. He has been great in coming around on the flanks and finding out so much information for the team. And once again, he's going to be there in the clutch to give them that advantage. This time, with the choice of buying an AWP, HellRaisers have decided against it. And I'm sort of in agreement with that decision. It hasn't been a massive factor for them. Sure, bring it in on the CT side, but if it's not working on the T side, don't just force it for the sake of it.
With how they're set up inside of B right now, looks like we could maybe see a repeat of the aggression from Ustillo out towards long. JKS is here to reinforces what we saw them do last time. Alternatively, could just opt to sit pretty. Don't want to risk giving away an early man advantage to HellRaisers, especially when you have a commanding lead. Nifty, the man to open things up. Dead Fox has fallen. Man advantage in favor of Renegades, and now they're stacked up outside of B, primed and ready to head on in. 2 players for Renegades reside here. It's JKS and Ustillo. Nade rains in, finds some damage. Jesus, quick though. Zero going to get rid of Ustillo, and now man advantage flipped on its head. HellRaisers looking good in this site take. Nifty and Naf, first man on the scene. The UMP going to be used to boost up Nifty. Peeking in. Looks like the decision will be to say they start to fall on out. Asa doesn't even leave mid. Will be a 5th for HellRaisers. Renegades keep 3 alive. They can't afford it. Buy into the next round, albeit they're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel. HellRaisers get a much needed 5th and potentially keep 4 players alive, which is going to do wonders for their economy. Denies that availability of the reset to come in.
Yeah, important for Renegades to make sure they can get straight back onto that horse. So they are just going to opt to save and make sure they have enough money. But even still, they're not going to have a huge amount of cash. I think they will be able to drop maybe at least 1 rifle. So that'll be something to bring into the next round. But it does mean that realistically, it could come back to a pretty close scoreline. And I would say that in terms of how the 2 teams have been playing, it seems like Renegades deserve about a 10-5 scoreline because they have been playing very, very well. The buy rounds have been theirs to be taken. And we do see an extra rifle will be dropped, but Ustillo is going to be down to UMP. Hasn't been too much of a detriment so far and still has a huge amount of utility. Nifty going to go for that early spot, but won't find anything as of yet. Instead, it will be, again, this man going for a little bit of aggression, clearing out the short water spot. Zero going to be waiting just in case he does go back to some of his shenanigans towards Monster. And it seems like that's just the plan from HellRaisers at the moment, expecting a fair bit of aggression from their opponents and just slowly feeling out the map, not going for anything over-aggressive, not taking huge amounts of map control, just seeing what the CTs are going to do if they're left to their own devices.
And HellRaisers holding this same default. Start to grab control of connector. Allows these rotations between B and A. Essential for if you are playing a slower default such as they are. Starting to push in over here at long at B. Who's still able to find the first. Has support from his teammate on short. It's JKS. The drop angel. And now Zero comes around to try and trade. Flash goes high, but JKS able to take 2 in return. Dead Fox will fall to Nap, and Renegades now straight back into this one. 9-5 reads the score as we approach the end of the first half. HellRaisers, as a result of keeping 4 players alive in the round prior, they can field a decent buy here for the last of the half. Dead Fox, the only man who is limited. Still, though, for Renegades, they've got everything they need. Full utility across the board. Kits on everyone, bar Ustillo.
I have a question for you. So, Fates has 4 kills. Do you reckon the AWP has been dropped more than 4 times?
Yes.
That's not a good stat, is it? 0. Nice entry kill to start at least. This time, JKS with the aggression will be punished. There's still a couple more players, and Ustillo wants to get this trade as quickly and quietly as possible. He's going to be sneaking forward. Zero is still waiting and hits the instant headshot onto Ustillo as well. Naf, are you going to meet the same fate? Peeking back around a similar angle. Zero is still just sat here waiting, but instead, Angel will open the door. The repeat comes in, and Naf will equalize.
Now Nifty, things could get tricky for him here as he lurks in the toilets. Here's the players coming in from long. Nifty in with the first. There's another man there. Tries to dart away. Shots in the back. Issa does pick that essential frag up. If you allow a player like Nifty just to keep re-peeking into one-on-ones, he will decimate you. So Issa finds that necessary trade, keeps it even 2-on-2. Naf being 12 HP definitely lends itself to the HR offensive. Continue the push net connector. It's going to be the B play. Azza, hot on their heels, clearing out toilets, has the idea there. Not setting up for A. Naf lies in wait along while Azza clears the angles up on A. The information going to come in just a little bit too late as now Naf repositions, doesn't get spotted. They don't know that he's here, but they want to get that bomb down. 2 versus 2, going to be waiting for Azza to get into position for this retake. Down he comes from the A-bomb site. Have to move swiftly. This time's been ticking away for quite a while. Flanking round, Issa runs the risk of going down back to back with Naf. Naf takes the first, but Issa's there to trade. They had no idea. And now Azza 1 versus 1. Time working against him, 5 seconds left. Issa peeks on round, but Azza wins it out. Deview's gonna come on in, it's just in the nick of time.
No, it's not! I think the overlay tricked you for once.
There you go.
Very, very close indeed, and Issa just burns out enough time. I do wonder, just with Naf's position, because he was so aggressive, like so quick to be rotating in, I almost wanted him to just risk it all and go for the push. It's not the smart play, but it may just have worked. Either way, it ends with a 9-6 half. Pistol, of course, going the way of HellRaisers. So definitely not the ideal T-side, definitely not a strong one. I'd say there was a much better performance, in fact, from Renegades over on the CT side. The question is, what are we now going to see? Because you have to remember that over on the previous map of Cobblestone, we saw 10 rounds on the CT side for HellRaisers. So if they can replicate that on Overpass, which arguably should be the easier of the two, the map that they chose to play, they could still be taking this to a map number 3.
Well, second half. The chance for HellRaisers now to try and win out on their map pick and take us through to map number 3. Ready to get into this one. Pistol can make a huge difference. For Renegades, it's a potential 12-6 lead. For HellRaisers, a chance to equalize out at 9-9 if they can convert the rounds they get on the back of it.
Nifty with the utility. There's going to be DevFox on the other side with the smoking kit. Probably my favorite combo of the two. We see a couple of players pull in flashbangs, but that's not my cup of tea. We will see a little bit of aggression coming out. The spot from DevFox, which will already call in the rotation of another player. There's still aggressive position from Fates on long as well, which could work perfectly in a retake. They're going to go pushing and maybe even flank him from behind. It means the T's, if they are going to take over this side, they've got to do it pretty quickly indeed. Angel already spotting out. Not going to find anything as of yet. Azza will be able to take him down, but are they going to know that there's currently 2 players sat in behind them instead? We see the takeover of Bank. Naf will already turn it into a 3 versus 5, but this flank is now coming in. Surely won't be expected. Fates finds a first, but quickly dinked up himself, low on HP. DevFox going to be there as well with Issa to support, but not for long as he's removed by Usillo, keeping that man advantage going, and the flank is up. However, they're still managing to do the damage. It's Nifty in the perfect position. Smoke now going to be going onto the bomb, but both players so very low on HP that all they really have to do is spam, but the fact is they're not. DevFox is still going for this defusal, just about going to get it, and it's going to be HellRaisers to steal the round away.
He had 2 players shooting at him. His teammate down, and he sticks the defuse and manages to get it done. They say pros don't fake, and that is why, Top.
Yeah, you still owe a little bit of extra cash, so we'll be investing into Kevlar and a CZ, but they're still ultimately going to be saving to buy in the next round with the AKs, and considering that, the CT side have still got a couple of UMPs in play, a couple of FAMASs as well. It's definitely not going to be ideal going into this next round. The main thing here is that they keep it as clean as possible. That's what they want to be doing. I think you still may actually have Kevlar because he survived in the last round. That may be more likely than him spending the extra cash. It does mean that he'll still have a decent amount to buy into the next round with as well. DevFox is going to be waiting over towards the banana. A couple of players on the A side as well, a heavier defense in that regard. And in terms of range, that's where they have the real advantage because the pistols aren't going to be able to do much damage other than maybe the Deagle. Already DevFox can be tagged down. As said, they want to keep this clean, but already Naf is going to be able to pick up one. DevFox very low on HP, but he's got Fates to mark his man from behind. Nifty with only a Glock. If he could take down one more, that'd be great, but it's not going to happen. Fates will convert. Only one player lost in the end, and it will be 9-8. But it's not going to be the 3 conversion rounds this time. There was only 2, as the buy now comes back in for Renegades.
Yeah, and that's been shown off here by our wonderful observer, Angel. Bottom of the board, very uncharacteristic of him. Normally someone that we say is a bit of a routine.
Also interesting that 4 rounds in a row he didn't do any damage.
Yeah.
That is worrying.
Azza as well having a weak performance on this out when we saw them win it out versus Harbu. He was actually top of the board, but no time to discuss that. It's raw aggression inside of B. JKS able to find the first, and HellRaisers caught completely off guard. Renegades, a change of pace. Shots to the face, that's what they might need to win this round. DevFox able to get one. Players hiding in the smoke. Bomb plant going to go down. Angel and Issa start to mop these frags up. And how the hell does that happen, Tom? Issa in with 3 quick frags. I'm not even sure what just happened there. Smoke and mirrors inside the site. And a little bit of magic as well. HellRaisers, they've been able to tie things up 9-9. The reset comes through. And now a chance for them to take the lead here on Overpass, their map pick.
I think you just have to look at Issa at the moment. 23-12 on the scoreboard. I was talking about these sort of early rounds, and it seems to be where he just steps up massive, a crucial one for them to win. Now it's the T side who only have pistols to play with. Again, they're going to be looking to try and make things as costly as possible for going back into their buy round. It does now mean that they have lost both pistols and all the follow-up rounds. So if they do manage to win this map, it is thoroughly deserved, that's for sure, because they've not made things easy for themselves. Already, DevFox again, he seems to take a lot of damage versus these pistols. Are they going to finally overwhelm him? Yes, they will, and that's a rifle for Azza to play with. No armor behind it, so it isn't ideal, and that's the bomb into the hands of the Estonian Fates, who is just going to look to try and hold on to it, but it doesn't last very long, as Azza is there to take him down. It's him at the bottom of the board, but he is more of a T-sided player, the aggressive player for this team. And, well, Angel, we spoke about him not doing too much damage as well. He'll pick up 2 for himself, maybe build his confidence back.
So, Renegades have the money to invest. Trying to figure out, I think, if they wanted the AWP on Nifty. He has to sacrifice the armor for it.
Fates is even AWPing CT side now. That I am a bit confused by, because on the T side I can understand it. Ooh, where's that Molotov going? That was like a boosted Molotov thrown over the top. I wonder if that was actually heading over towards the ramp. I don't think it worked. I think it may have clipped something on the way past, but I think that's where it was meant to go. Azza just walks straight out. A nice idea. I imagine if it works, it's wonderful. Unfortunately, it didn't, and Azza's able to just run straight through and find an instant kill onto DevFox.
Now, man advantage here for Renegades. Question is, now what do they do? Struggling a bit on these T sides. Seems to be a reoccurring problem. Slowly but surely making their way over here towards B. They leave a couple of players behind it. Azza holding over in mid, and Nifty watching for any aggression out through long. Now looks to double back and rejoin with the rest of the team. Speaking of missed Molotovs, that one there. Oh no, actually it's going to be for the close angle. What am I on about? Now they line up smokes and flashes in towards the B-bomb site. Clearing short as they go. Pushing on through. Now flash by Good pop from Issa. Tries to hold things back. Doubles down before Naf can get the trade. 3 on 3. 0. Silences JKS who had the bomb in hand. And in the blink of an eye, it's Naf and Nifty. 2 versus 2 versus Angel. And Fades now 15 seconds. Going to lose out on Nifty. Naf back against the wall. Angel doubles down from short. And that's the round for HellRaisers. 11-9 in their favor. Money running low once again for Renegades. Means they will be on to a partial bye. HellRaisers well and truly in the driving seat. Angel just starting to wake up from his brief slumber.
I think the definite difference here is that we saw in the previous map, it was Angel and Issa on the CT side that was strong, but Issa also had a good start on their T side as well. So that's why he's currently on 25 kills for his team. It is going to be pistols once again. HellRaisers looking to continue to build up money. We're going to see a decent amount of Deagles. Only Azza breaking the trend. Fates looking for that early pick, but won't find it as of yet. Trying to hold down that long position. Dev Fox. He's going to spot out Nifty, and there's multiple players coming in that direction, so he has to be a little bit careful that he doesn't fall. He has been quite vulnerable to these pistols so far. Somebody to go down in these rounds. We saw what Azza was able to do last time. However, this time Angel's there to support him. Will pick up a double already. Definitely doing much more in terms of these last couple of rounds. Nifty is going to be looking to push around the edge of that smoke and has managed to actually get past it. So if they were to push, there'd be a little bit of a risk, and Ustilo is going to try and push through himself, but Fates is quick to end him. Naf now the only one left and doesn't want to let HellRaisers get away with this flawless. Wants to at least make things a little bit costly and is doing some damage, but himself down on just 5 HP. Position will be known, and Angel is going to get his triple. 12-9, 3-round lead, and with the bye coming back in the next round, Renegades will take themselves a pause.
Yeah, and a much needed pause at that. Renegades struggling on the T side once again, Tom. We saw on Cobble, it was the crutch that held them back. Now, they had the lead initially here in Overpass. It was 9-6, let's not forget, at the end of that first half. And HellRaisers have been able to take it back. This T side definitely tripping them up. They've struggled to find too much of a footing, even the rounds that have come close. Have always ended up going the way of HellRaisers.
Did you just see Issa blowing a kiss?
Yeah.
Well, at least they're having fun. We know that they're enjoying themselves over on the HellRaisers side.
I think it's great.
He may be moving himself up to one of my sort of favorite players at the moment. I'm not sure he's quite on the level of Electronic with all the golden stickers. Then again, he doesn't have any golden stickers yet. So
Yet. Being the operative word.
Although I think we'll be waiting until the next one, of course.
Nah, not when FaZe pick him up.
Oh, you never know. Not yet. I think that'd be a pretty interesting signing. Who would you remove?
Very, very good team, Tom. I couldn't.
I couldn't possibly.
But here we go. 9-12 is the score. HellRaisers with a 3-round advantage over Renegades. Let's see if that tactical pause holds much success. Starting this aggression out through mid. Gonna go unchecked as Fates holds back passive. Also got Dead Fox pushed up in toilets once again.
Back to the site will be coming in from Fate. Still actually pulling in a little bit of a boost over towards the B side of the map, but there isn't anybody pushing in that direction as of yet. It's the clear out of toilets. A little bit being shown, and there goes Naf. The boost pays dividends, and already you will straight away just see Angel rotate back, expecting the push, and Fates is going to go down to Nifty, so still a 4 versus 4, 50 seconds coming up on the clock. A decent amount of utility still in the hands of HellRaisers. They are just going to be waiting for the execute to come in. Still a smoke on the remaining players for Renegades. A couple of Molotovs as well. Can be used to clear the angles, but as said, Issa, he still has an incendiary. He is going to be the one actually over towards the B site. HE will be thrown down to try and deny them, but it's looking like they're just going to try and double back around. However, the man waiting for them is the man who has been a burden for this T side. Or actually, no, it's been switched up to 0 instead. He's going to be there, still sprays down one, but now the rotation will be coming in from the rest.
Still doubles down. Dead Fox in the back line. Full prey to Nifty. Angel now 1 versus 3. Flicks around, but falls prey to Istillo, who goes in with a big hat-trick. Renegades, they finally managed to put up a number on this T side, 10-12. Their first round comes 8 rounds into the second half.
Yeah, definitely not the start that they were looking for. The big question is now, can they build a streak off of it? We saw after they got themselves around on the board in the previous half, it was pretty much all them throughout. However, there is plenty of cash for HellRaisers to buy back up. Oh. Changed to a little Reddit thing. I like it. Nice little meme coming out from the guys at Starladder. Either way. It's going to be Fades. There is that kickoff. Finally winning the duel versus Nifty, taking his head. And DevFox actually going to push a little bit more aggressive. Now, I only really like this position if it's supported by an AWP, which at the moment it is. However, other than that, it is normally a one-and-done spot. Bomb actually going to be rotating into this angle. We'll see Azza making his push down in towards short. Naf is actually going to be boosted up with the AWP. Did he spot the head of DevFox? I don't think he did, so he still just sat below, and that's going to be an easy kill. Peeks back out, can't find anything more, but there is that bait and switch. Fate there with the AWP.
Only 2 players left for Renegades. As and Ustillo. 35 seconds. Time is fast ticking away from them, and Azza missed the opening shot. Angel chipped away at, but trapped in behind Truck. Gonna lose Fates. Stillo is on 2, wants to try and make it 3. Desperately looking to try and cling onto this round. Can spot the shadows dancing around behind the Truck. Knows that with only 15 seconds, he is out of luck. HellRaisers on to a 13th. No money here for Renegades. Leaves them in a very tricky situation indeed.
Imagine the decision here will be to save. The extra 1900 will make a fairly big difference for them in terms of what they can invest into the round, and Azza will be a little bit worse for wear, but other than that, the rest of the team are going to be in a pretty decent state. It means for this round, though, there won't be much to play with at all. It's has to be a little bit careful here. T-side going to be rotating back towards DevFox, and he has had a little bit of trouble against these pistols so far. We'll see if he can rectify that. Issa will take down Naf, who was the only player over towards that B side of the map, and DevFox is almost back-to-back with a couple of opponents they're going to be pushing in. Azza will be going down. DevFox looking to try and pad his stats, and a nice little transition onto the head of Nifty, leaving only Ustillo left. Flawless round from HellRaisers. Not even a point of damage done up until Angel walks into the Molotov at the end to pick up the pistol. And now it is going to be that buyback in, but this is crunch time for Renegades.
Yeah, leading the pack. That's going to be Naf. As you say, it's crunch time for them. They don't have the AWP that they were fairly reliant on over on the CT side. T side hasn't really had too much of an impact, though. Be interested in seeing them try something a little bit faster. We saw them have success with a faster play. But actually, it's HellRaisers here. Lots of aggression into middle. They get so much information from this alone. 3 players here to net the first out on a Nifty. Quickly, JKS realizes he is in danger. Starts to push into B. They're going to lose JKS. They have to go back for the bomb, even if they do get control of this B bomb site. But smoke hasn't even started to dissipate, and Naf's already hit the deck. Ustillo does take one. But he still has so much more left to do. HellRaisers, two-man advantage. Early aggression into mid works brilliantly, and now Renegades with their backs against the wall start the lonely waltz into B. Issa's here on barrels, gonna fall prey to Azza. They're gonna keep pushing on up. Angels in heaven, appropriately so, but he gets beheaded. Ustillo finds the shot from Age. Somehow, a dynamic duo have been able to pull this round back from the brink of defeat. And now they've got the bomb down, even odds, 2-on-2. HellRaisers coming on in for the retake. Azza, here's both the players moving in, takes the first. It's a 1 versus 1. And Ustillo could be the man to deny HellRaisers map point here. On overpass, in comes Fates, and Ustillo wins that duel. Renegades gonna get themselves an 11th.
I think he needs to change his name to Mr. Impact, because that is a absolutely ludicrous round coming out from Ustillo and Azza, and considering the situation there, that's a 5 versus 2. Like, HellRaisers have got to be absolutely kicking themselves there. They managed to throw that one away. If they play that together as a team and don't take the individual peaks, it should have been somewhat easy for them. Instead, we are going to see a pause called. CT side with plenty of money, and they have the chance once again to reset their opponents, and that will be going into the last round, or the potential last round of the map. Either way, unpause will be called in. The majority, if not all the money in the hands of Renegades is going to be invested. So again, it's a do or die round. It's a all comes down to this sort of moment. You have to look at the CT side as well. They're in a similar boat. This could be the difference between them taking the map and letting Renegades right back into it once again.
This time JKS out of middle, wants to try and make sure no aggression comes through once again. Issa spotted peeking. Zero over towards Monster. JKS still just making noise out of mid, has Nifty with him. And the two UMPs, the AKs meanwhile down here at the B-bomb site. Waiting to see if any aggression comes through from HellRaisers. As you can see, Renegades have very much adjusted this T-side default to watch out for that aggression in the previous round. Of course, now lining up these smokes and flashes in towards the B-bomb site, and HellRaisers running dry most of their utilities. Still have the smoke on Issa, who's able to go ahead and throw that down. It's going to come on in. Zero holds it close, finds himself two. JKS does what he can, but this round is over. It is a slaughter inside of B. HellRaisers, they're going to reach map point here on overpass, 15-11. It was a 9-6 half in favor of Renegades. Let that sink in. As we have a complete reverse sweep here on the second map. And HellRaisers 1 away from taking us through to map number 3. That would be Mirage. It's a force for Renegades to try and keep them in this and carry us through to overtime.
Yeah, they're going to have the scout onto Nifty. A few pistols, mainly in the form of the CZ. Quick connector control going to be grabbed by this T side, although it hasn't been overly challenged by HellRaisers. It's not a position that they've really sent too many players into that direction. It's more been DevFox sitting back towards the toilets that have been the main point of contention, and the T side are going to know that. Already going to be looking to try and barrel in onto his position. He will throw the Molotov, but Naf actually finds the first kill. However, so much damage already being done. Angel sprays down at first, but again, it's Naf to trade back. Turning into a 3 versus 4. Multiple players already here. Fate's now getting tagged as well by the scout. This may just be possible for Renegades. Not giving up just yet. They are going to slow down a little bit. Issa going to be looking for the aggression. Spots out Ustillo, but again, it's another kill for the Renegades. Leaving Zero and Fates to try and save what should have been an easy round for them, which should have been a round that is in their favor heavily. Now Fates is actually the only one because Zero's clearly misread the situation and rotated back towards this B site. There is a little bit of a probe coming out from JKS and Nifty over towards that side of the map. And with 30 seconds left, if they are going to make that decision, they have to do it pretty quickly.
They get some info down towards B, but ultimately not enough. Fate's going to go ahead and get rid of Naf. Zero's here as well, and Renegades, they might have just thrown this away. Zero takes the head off a second. JKS left 1v2. A round that Renegades looked like they had full control of now with 5 seconds left.
Oh no, he's missed the bomb.
You hate to see it. JKS, the hero in the previous map. An ace to win out the last map, if you remember this time. Misreads the scenario, doesn't quite pick up the bomb, and then runs down the clock. You can see that he looks devastated at the end of that one. That will be a 16-11 finish from what was a 9-6 half. Tom, that is grueling, to say the least.
Yeah, a very good CT side coming out from HellRaisers, and that final round is more of, well, you have to sort of wonder, okay, should they have pushed a little bit further over towards the B site, had a little bit of a look around. Maybe they should have moved with a little bit more time. There's plenty of things that you can look at in hindsight, but the real problem now is they're going to that third map. And it was the first one that was supposed to be dominant. It wasn't. The second one on the CT side, at least, they did very well, but it was the T side that really let them down. In fact, it was the T side that let them down on both maps. Yeah. They were just able to finish off on the CT side in the prior. HellRaisers, now they've got the wind in their sails, and we've already seen the confidence that some of these guys have. Issa has just had another phenomenal performance, it has to be said. And if he goes on to Mirage, a more sort of pug-style map, which I feel like is going to help out this HellRaiser side quite a bit, I'm very excited to see this final map of the series.
Yeah, Issa is going to be a scary player to try and contend with, I think. You know, I mean, they really need to sort out that T side. When you look over at Renegades, if they can't pick that up, then Mirage could very well all but fall apart. We'll find out anyway after we take a very quick break. Then we'll be back with the analysts and map number 3.
CS.Money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.Money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.Money, the best service for trading your skins.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
For CSGO. Boys, skins for CSGO. Skins for CSGO. Cheap and expensive. Exchange skins, boys. We have cheap, we have expensive. Come here, boys. Skins for CSGO. Skins for CSGO. Skins for CSGO.
Do not risk. Exchange in 3 clicks. Fast, profitable, safely.